Welcome, this is yoga. You just need your ring or a loop and your block for today's class. We're going to start with the soles of our feet together on the center of your mat. Interlace your fingers around your toes and just a nice soft butterfly. Butterflying those legs, moving your head side to side and maybe slightly up or slightly down. Just so you can try to feel like you're lengthening all the way through your spine, grounding your energy down into the ground. Good, and now while you're here, think about your intention for your practice today. Something that benefits yourself and all beings everywhere. And just breathe into that for a few breaths. For a few moments, as you gently butterfly those legs, lengthening through to your spine, just relaxing into the moment, breathing into the moment. And slightly lifting up the corners of your mouth, letting your nasal cavities open. Feeling the air all through your chest. Good. One more deep breath in. And on the exhalation, we're going to keep the right hand onto the feet and the left arm is going to reach all the way up. Look upward at the left arm, deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly twist and lower it to the ground. Just tap it to the ground and lift it right back up. Staying with that left side. Exhale it down. Inhale, bring it up. Moving with the breath, stretching out your arm, feeling where you might feel some tension, feeling where sometimes when your body doesn't want to stay put, where it wants to go with the movement. Try to keep your hips grounded into this as you just move that torso area. Good, 2 more times, and then we'll switch sides. 1 more. And the next time that the arm is up, take it onto your feet and your other side. Reach it up, all the way up, deep breath. Exhale, just gently tap it down and bring it right back up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Let the breath guide you. Good. Keep going, 2 more. Exhale down. Inhale up, 1 more time. And bring it back to center. Now we're going to balance. See if you can hold on to your feet or your toes and start lifting up and balance. Just on those seat bones. Hold 5. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now cross those legs and come into a tabletop position in the center of your mat. Begin rounding and arcing. Move through your cat-cow. Breathe through it. Inhaling into the belly when you arc. Exhaling into the back when you round. Good, keep breathing, moving through it. One more time. Rounding and arcing. And then start to curl your toes, press back into a downward facing dog. Walk your dog, first down dog of the day, of the class. Chin to the chest, walk it out, widen your fingers, widen your toes. Move through it. Whatever is stuck energy, try to just move through it, even if it's your throat. Good, and now step your right foot all the way up, take your left foot out to an angle. We're gonna stay in this folded position for just a few seconds as we bend and lengthen through that leg. Now, while you're here, I want you to take your back leg and gently just lift it up off the ground and reset it down, just like you're trying to find the perfect place for your own body for it to lay. Just a slight little lift, up and down. 2 more times. And the next time that you set it down, make sure those hips are pointed forward. Put a bend in your front knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Stay here, interlace the outer 3 fingers. And just like we were lifting up before, same thing, little lift and set it down. Little lift and set it down. Every time that you lift, I want you to think about where your hips are pointed. Point your hips forward instead of back. Forward instead of back. Now set that foot down as far back as it can go with your hips still pointed forward. Shift so both hips are pointed forward. And just stay here, breathe. Try to point your knee, that front knee, in the direction of your toes. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And now open into your warrior 2. And we're going to go back to the foot motion here, because now our foot needs to spread out a little bit more. Little lift up and set it down. Little lift up and set it down with that back foot. Just opening it up into that perfect position. So your hips and your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Now set it down. Little buoyancy through this front knee. Stretch out your arms, open up, deep breath in. Good. And now we're going to shift to the back. Someone's pulling your back arm and to the front. Somebody's pulling you from the back and from the front. From the back to the front. And now we're going to move the arms a little bit more with this. Sweep your arms up on the way back and to the front. Arms are going to just sweep. You're still in that same motion of moving forward and back. But your arms are sweeping up one direction and then the other direction. Place your front right hand on your knee when you come up, and then your back left hand onto your leg when you lower back. 2 more each way, and we're going to stay into it. Good. Now the next time that you're forward, stay here. Your right hand can either be onto your knee, or you could lower all the way onto your forearm and just reach it out. Stay here, breathe. Maybe even wiggle your fingers a little bit. 2 more deep breaths. And now we'll switch. Left hand slides down the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Stay here, stretch out through that right side body. Good, 1 more deep breath. On the exhale, unwind it, arms come behind you. Your right foot forward is this, your right foot should be forward. I want your right pinky on the bottom. Reposition your legs so that you have a nice wide stance here. As you slowly lower all the way down, you can take that back leg back a little bit more if you want to. Try to place your right shoulder on your right knee. And just breathe, let your head hang. Good, one more deep breath. And now on your exhalation, your right hand is going to come onto the inside of your leg, hand onto the floor. You can put your block there if you want, and you can adjust your stance if you need to. Make yourself even wider. Open up left arm, gently press your right arm onto your leg. Gaze upward, breathe. Good, now we're going to start moving only our head. Your head is going to look down and up. Move just the head, down and up. Find a breath that works for you. Good, two more. Good, now slowly lower your arms, both arms to the ground. Position your feet into a plank pose. So just take your right foot back into a plank. Hold your plank. Deep breath, gaze forward. Or you can look straight down and exhale. Bend your elbows, lower down. Point your toes. Hands come low on the ribcage. Squeeze your elbows to your ribs. Lift up. And gently just look side to side. Stretch out through those abdominal muscles. Good. Breathe through it. And bring it back to center. Bend your knees, extended arm, child's pose. Just stretch out your back. Widen your knees. Good, and then we're coming back into our table and moving through the cat-cow. Round and arc, make movements that feel good. Move your head around. Good, and now find your downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, press it back into the down dog. And walk it out. Loosen it out. Move those hips, move the knees. We're gonna prep for our left side warrior. We're gonna keep breathing through this. Another 3 more deep breaths, and then we'll step that left foot forward. Good, and now whenever you're ready, step that left foot forward. Right foot goes out to an angle, and again, we're gonna just start with a little buoyancy here. Bending and lengthening through that front leg, and see if you can give your back right leg just a little bit of a lift. So it's nice and buoyant. And also that knee and toe are going to point in the same direction. Knees and toes, same direction. Think about your hips both pointing forward. Good. And now set that foot down. Come into your warrior one when you're ready. Point both hips forward, interlace your fingers. The bottom 3, your index finger is going to point upward. Reposition your hips so they're pointing forward. Lift up as needed to reset and stay here and breathe. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhale, open up into that warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back, and reset. Little lifts through that back leg, just to reset. Back leg, slight little lift. Whenever you feel like you are exactly where you want to be, then just let those feet plant down onto the ground. And then we're going to sway forward and back. Somebody is pulling that back arm to the front and to the back, pulling side to side. Keep your knee buoyant. All right, now we're going to stay into this pose and breathe. Open up that knee, tuck the tailbone in, gaze forward. Good. And now back to that pulling motion, but this time we're going to start swaying the arms. Sway up and down, alternating. Try to watch the arm that's up. And keep going. Now we're going to start slowing it down. Next time that your left arm is on your left leg, stay here and feel free to lower it down even more onto your forearm. Stretch even those fingers, breathe through it. Good. One more deep breath. Exhale, slowly lower. Right hand onto right leg. Left arm reaches all the way up. Just slide your right hand down that right leg. Good, one more deep breath. And now we're going to take both arms behind us. This time, left pinky is on the bottom. Interlace your fingers, reset your stance so you're nice and wide, and then slowly lower your left shoulder onto your left knee. Adjust your stance, let your head just hang. Open up through those shoulders, breathe. Good, and then release your arms, let your left hand come on the inside of your foot, reposition your stance again, even wider if that's comfortable for you, and reach your right arm up. Stay here, breathe, press your left hand into the ground, your left arm into your leg. All right, now when you're ready, start with the head movement, looking down and up, stretching out through the neck. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Good, one more time. All the way through. And then both hands in line with your shoulders. Make sure your knee and your toe point in the same direction. Come back into that plank line. Hold your plank. Just stay strong here. One more deep breath. Exhale, bend those elbows lower. Point your toes. Reposition your hands so they're in line with your lower rib cage. Lift up either into a cobra or an up dog, so your hips can be lifted or on the ground. And then slightly just move your head side to side. Good. Breathing through this, 3 more deep breaths. And now we're gonna press into a table position. Round your spine just like you're a cat and then sway around here. Nice counter stretch. After we do the up dog or the cobra. And then whenever you feel guided, just go your other direction with this way. And bring it back to center. Now we're going to extend your right leg and your left arm, balance here, and just roll your ankle and your wrist. Circle it. Stretching out through the limbs, go one direction. And the other way. And now we're going to catch that foot. Right foot, left hand, and bring it up as high as you can and balance. Just look straight down. Breathe, 5 deep breaths. Good, and now release your knee to the ground. Lift your arms straight up, deep breath in. Exhale, thread it under and place your shoulder onto the ground. Stay here. Option to stretch out your right arm. You could put it in your pocket. Whatever feels good for you. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, find that table again. Round and arc. Move through that cat-cow. Good, now we're gonna flatten up that back and extend your left leg and your right arm. So just make sure it's your opposite side. Balance, stay here, and then circle. Wrist and ankle. Limbs nice and long. Good, and make sure you go both directions. And now find somewhere on that leg to grab onto and lift it up. Keep balancing and breathing. 5 more deep breaths. Try to just look straight down. And on your exhalation, lower your knee to the ground. Reach your arm up. Deep breath in. Exhale, thread it under. Let that shoulder stretch out. You can press your hand onto the ground, or you could extend out, or you could wrap it around into your pocket. Nice shoulder stretch here. Breathing through it. And one more deep breath. On the exhalation, we're back into the table position. We're going to take a few cat cows. We're going to come into a down dog, and then we're going to do some pigeons on each side. So take your time, moving through that breath, letting your spine get nice and lubricated, nice and loose. When you're ready, curl your toes, find your down dog. If you're not ready yet, you can stay in your cat cow, depending on if you want a little bit more down dog or not. Okay, wherever you're at, we have about 10 more deep breaths before we come into our pigeon. Good, and now we're gonna put all of our weight onto our right leg, extend your left leg up. Just a few pulses up, just to kind of prep us dynamically. Pulse up, 3, 2, 1. Now bend the knee, open to the ceiling, little pulses with the knee opening. 3, 2, 1. Now thread the knee all the way up, walk your hands so you can come into your pigeon. Reposition yourself, take your time here. And slowly, just at your own comfort, at your own pace, lower into your pigeon. Let your toes help you, guide you, your hands help you. Feel free to use a block or a towel or something if you want to either prop up under your hip or to rest your forehead on, and then slowly start stretching your arms down, trying to lower your forehead to the ground. And we're going to breathe for about a full minute just in this pose. Good. So take about 2 more deep breaths. And start walking your hands over to the right side. Stay here and breathe about 5 more deep breaths. And walk it over to the left. Here's where I kind of like to perch myself up a little bit. If you're right near your knee, you can perch yourself onto your forearms or a block, or you could lower down, whatever feels best for you. 5 more deep breaths. And then we'll take it back to center, come into our down dog and do our other side. All right, and bring it back to your center. Place your hands under your shoulders, curl your toe behind you so you can lift back into your downward facing dog. An option to walk it out, or you can hold it, whatever feels better. 10 deep breaths, and we'll move it to our other side. Okay, now lift up your left side. Little gentle pulses up for 3, 2, 1, bend your knee, little pulses up, just opening up that hip for 3, 2, 1. Now thread that left side up, walk your hands to create more space. Reposition your legs. Remember, use any props that you like, that you need. And just slowly, very slowly start transitioning into your pigeon. Heel toeing, or more, it's just like toe knee, so that your back leg can be midline of your body. Start relaxing into it. Just really slowly coming in to your pigeon. Extend your arms if you're available. And then relax down into this. Remember, we're going to be here a while, so take your time and make little movements along the way to get more comfortable. Good, just about 2 more deep breaths, and we're going to walk it to the left. You start walking your arms over to the left side, and then slowly reach them out, lower down, breathe 5 more deep breaths. And walk it out over to the right side. You can perch up if you want, and just stay here and breathe. Good, bring it back to center. And slowly curl your toe, find your downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, last down dog of the class, so make it yours. Make it feel good for you if you want to walk it or just hold it. Try to open up through the shoulders. Breathe here. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And slowly lower knees all the way down, cross your legs behind you, and then start lowering down onto your back. Find your ring or your strap, and just keep it near you. Lower all the way down onto your back, give yourself a big hug, gently rock side to side. Massage through your spine, making sure your spine is nice and long. And then wrap just your right arm around both of your legs. Slowly lower legs down over to the right side. Your left arm is going to reach out. Now, if you're really comfortable here, you can stay here. Or if you want to, you can take that ring or strap, hook it onto your top leg, and just gently stretch out your top leg as you're doing your spinal twist. Or you can just keep hugging in your knees, both knees, up to you. Just about 5 more deep breaths. Good, and now bring those knees back to center. Come back in to give yourself a big hug, gently rocking side to side, massage your spine. And now the left arm hugs both of the legs. Both legs go to the left. Spine is nice and long. Arm out to the side, right arm out to the side. You can stay here in this gentle spinal twist, or you can add a leg stretch and hook your loop or your ring onto your top foot. Breathe 5 more deep breaths. And then slowly unwind it back to center, knees into the chest, big hug, rocking side to side, massage your spine. And we're gonna find the neutral spine, chin into your chest, make yourself into a tight little ball. You can release your hands, squeeze your fist, squeeze your feet, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As hard as a stone, as hard as a rock for 5, squeezing 4, squeeze 3, 2, 1, release it out. Deep breath. Just sigh it out. Now if you need to make any little less movements, reposition yourself so that your head is not facing the door. You can see the door with your eyes as you're laying down. And just start relaxing, grounding your shoulders, grounding your seat bones, your hips, spine long. Breath just slow, heavy and deep. Imagine that your mind is like a river and you're just sitting next to the river, watching the river flow. Being the silent observer. Begin making small little movements. Wiggling your fingers, your toes. Moving your head side to side. Blinking your eyes. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and start finding a happy baby. And hold on to your toes or your feet. Your legs could be long, or you can keep them bent. And stop, 2 more deep breaths. And then start rocking yourself up. You can stay a hold onto your feet and balance. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cross those legs into a comfortable seated position, or you could mermaid them out to the back, whatever feels good. Go ahead and sit comfortably. I like to sit on a block. And you'll reach those arms all the way up. Deep breath. Exhale, twist, wring it out. Use your breath to wring out. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, other direction, wring it out. 2 more times each way. Inhale up. Exhale. Keep exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, other way. 1 more each way. And both sides when you're ready. Finish up last one. And bringing it back to center. Palms touch at the top, bring it into your heart center. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.